Welcome back to Just Academy Mathematics YouTube channel. In this class, we have a complex indices equation. So let's go straight into it. If you look at this equation, they say we should solve 2 raised to the power of 2s plus 1 times 3 up to this point. Now, the first thing I want you to note is that for you to be able to see it clearer, we may need to split this power. We may need to bring it back, as in, this is what I mean, solution. Now let's break this down to 2x times 2 raised to the power of 1. It is 2 raised to the power of 2s times 2 raised to the power of 1 that will give us this by the law of indices. So we are bringing it back. Now this is times 3 raised to the power of 2x times 3 raised to the power of 2. That is for this. And this one now, of course, means square root of 4 minus 2 raised to the power of x times 3 raised to the power of x times 3 raised to the power of 2. Now we are making progress. The next step is for us to rewrite this as 2 raised to the power of x2 times 2 times 3 raised to the power of x2 times 9, that is 3 raised to the power of 2, 9, is equals to 2 minus 2 raised to the power of x times 3 raised to the power of x times 9. So as it is now, we can introduce values if we want to. We can introduce values to avoid confusion. Actually, this and this are the same. So we can as well apply the law of indices here. And this are the same. We can as well apply the law of indices here. That is by multiplying this and this raised to the power of this. But let me just spare you of that. We can as well bring in value that let p be equals to 2 raised to the power of x and q be equals to 3 raised to the power of x. I will show you how we are going to make use of both. So anywhere we see p, 2 raised to the power of s, we put p. So here will now be p squared, that is 2 raised to the power of s, then the 2, that is p squared, times 2 times q squared times 9 is equals to 2 minus p times q times 9. So what that means is that here we are going to have this, we multiply all here, we have p squared q squared, or rather 18, 2 times 9 is 18 p squared q squared is equals to, if we multiply this is 2, if we times the whole of this, we have minus 9pq. So we have a quadratic equation with regard to p and q. We have a quadratic equation with regard to p and q. So what this means is that we have 18p squared q squared plus 9pq minus 2 is equals to 0. So for us to be able to solve this also, remember that pq is 2 squared plus 3 squared, which we can combine. But before that, we can bring in another value so that it will be easier for us to solve, or we can solve it like that. Seeing this as just one value, seeing pq as just a value, that is, this is not, pq is just like a or p or m. So this is now a quadratic equation. So if we factorize this now, that means we have to look for two numbers we will add to give us what? To give us 18, to give us 9, and times to give us 36, and that will give us plus 12 minus 9. Two numbers we will add to give us 9. That is 12 minus 3 will give us 9, and 12 times minus 3 will give us minus 36. So let's replace it here. So we have 18p squared q squared we said plus 12, that is plus 12 PQ minus 3 PQ minus 2 is equals to 0. So here now, what is common in this one? What is common here now is 6 PQ outside. What will remain here? It will remain 3 PQ, and what will remain here? It will remain 2. And what is common here? Nothing. When nothing is common, 1 is common, or rather minus 1 is outside. If minus 1 is outside, it will remain 3 PQ plus what? Plus 2 equals to 0. The rule of factorization states that the two brackets must be the same before you proceed. So since the two brackets are the same, it means it's okay. So we can now go with, when we factorize it, bring out the common value, which is 3 PQ plus 2 equals to 0, and 6 PQ minus 1 equals to 0. That is this. When you factorize, this will come out, then you pick this and this, both equals to 0. So from here now, we have that what? PQ is equals to what? 2 over 3. And PQ is equals to what? 1 over what? This one should be minus. If I'm not making mistake, this come here, give us minus. So this will give us 1 over what? 6. 1 over 6. PQ 1 over 6. So, but remember that we are not actually looking for PQ. We are looking for what? We are looking for X. We are looking for X. And since we are looking for X, for us to get X, recall that P is equals to what? S squared. Rather, P here is equals to what? 2 raised to the power of X. And Q is equals to what? 3 raised to the power of X is equals to what? Minus 2 over 3. What does that mean? That means 6 raised to the power of S is equals to minus 2 over what? 3. There is no breaking down of this. Even if we do that, it will not lead us anywhere. So here, X is not a member of real. S is not a member of real number. S is not real here. But let's check of this. For this one, we have 2 raised to the power of X times 3 raised to the power of S is equals to 1 over what? 6. So this will give us 6 raised to the power of S is equals to what? 6 raised to the power of minus 1. So 6 will go with 6. Therefore, S is equals to what? Minus 1. So the only value of this equation is that S is equals to minus 1. We are saying, therefore, S is equals to minus 1. That is the only value. S has no real value here. So the only value that defines this equation is that S is equals to what? Minus 1. Let me quickly say this. It all depends on what you want to do. Another person, there are other ways, more than 2, 3, 4 ways you can solve this same equation for you to arrive at this same answer. But this is the way I've decided to solve this equation. And I believe you have learned something from this video. Remember, you can watch it again over and over to internalize what has transpired there. And also remember to subscribe if you have not subscribed, and share these videos now. Thank you. See you in our next class.